And Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India has called a meeting of his Council of Ministers today to discuss about the proposed Good and Services Tax or GST and to make sure everybody in the government is on the same page. GST is described as the biggest taxation reform in independent India. It is expected to add 2% to India's economic growth. But what does it mean for you, the WION viewer? Well, to begin with, some goods and services might become costlier, but some others would become cheaper. We take a look at what is likely to burn a hole in your pocket and what will make you save more after GST becomes a reality on July 1.
India will soon be a one-tax regime, with the goods and services tax kicking in by July 1st. GST, in plain and simple terms, will be absorbing all existing taxes into one unified tax. This is seen as a positive move by experts across the industry. But what does it really mean for people, especially when it comes to buying phones, cars or air conditioners and televisions? Here is a quick look at it. In all probability, users will have to pay more for their mobile bills once the GST rolls out. For example, an 18% GST rate could end up increasing your mobile bills. Currently, the tax rate on telecom operators is fixed at 15%. If you're planning to buy an imported phone from the market, the countervailing duty and VAT comes to 12.8%. The GST rate of 18% could also be applied. You may end up paying more for your soft drinks. The GST Council's decision to cap the cess at 15% over the expected peak rate of 28% on aerated beverages will make them expensive. Tax experts have pointed how currently only 2% of the effective taxes are being passed on to the consumers, but as per the GST model, at least 6% rates could be imposed, impacting the jewelry purchase. Buying bags, shoes, electronics online will get more expensive as the e-commerce industry comes into a tax net. It will have to pay tax deducted at source for every purchase from its sellers. The government is classifying luxury tax and cigarettes as sin tax items. These items will be taxed higher. If you spend ₹1,000 on eating out, the service tax and VAT to be paid is around 18.5%. Under the GST regime, rates could be the same. The price of consumer durables like air conditioners and refrigerators will fall. The initial impact of the bill will be seen on the logistic and supply chain inventory side. Two-wheelers and cars will be cheaper, with industry experts foreseeing a 10 to 17% fall in the prices. Buying clothes and fashion brands will be cheaper, as the effective excise duty 7.5% and VAT of average 5% will be subsumed in one GST slab. However, the calculation of prices will remain speculative till the final GST rate on each product category is known. The GST Council has already approved 4-tier tax slabs of 5, 12, 18 and 28%, plus an additional cess on demerit goods like luxury cars, aerated drinks and tobacco products. The industry is yet to figure out the actual benefit which can be passed on to the consumer. The government proposes to launch GST from July 1 and to that end is working to pass the GST laws during the current session of Parliament, as the centre and the states will otherwise lose their right to collect indirect taxes after 15th of September. Bureau Report, WION.